Welcome back to I Want to Be, the show where we go inside jobs. Speaking of, the other day I caught up with Steph Ordino, who's a WA fashion designer. I got to try on some of her dresses, which was really exciting, girls. And also, she's currently in New York, so she's a pretty big deal.
Ah, dresses and stuff.
Jessie, just because you wouldn't look good in one of their dresses.
All right. I'll take offence to that. Look at these hips. I would rock a dress if I had to.
Possibly red. Yeah, maybe.
Well, we'll check out that later on. But you know what else I rocked?
What?
I rocked rocks.
Rocks?
Yeah, because Curtin University invited us down and I had a chat to a geophysicist. Should we have a look?
Let's do it.
All right, let's rock off.
Let's rock off.
So what does geophysics mean? Well, geo for Earth and physics for, well, physics. Earth physics. So basically, geophysics is understanding everything that happens right beneath our feet. Now, I'm sure there's probably a lot more to know than that, so let's go chat to someone to find out. Doing a degree in geophysics could mean you'll be helping find new ways of investigating the planet, looking underground for new sources of energy and determining the internal structure of the Earth. From exploration to mining oil and gas, geophysics plays an integral role. So to find out more about how to get into this field, we've come to Curtin University. Barrett, how you going, mate?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, very well. Look, I want to learn a little bit about geophysics. Can you help me out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. All right, mate. Well, first up, what's geophysics?
So geophysics is basically using the laws of physics to acquire data and process data and then image and interpret data to better understand the subsurface of the Earth.
So you studied right here at Curtin. What exactly did the course offer you?
It was great. I did my honours in magnetotellurics, so I got to actually build my own EM sensor and did a minerals bias degree. So a lot of really good hardware, a lot of good software, lots of trips out to the field, a lot of geological excursions, acquiring data. So a lot of walking in the field with wires, but still good fun.
So you built your own stuff right here at uni. What are the facilities like?
Fantastic, yeah. A lot of good people that have got a lot of good industry experience, a lot of instrumentation equipment and all the modern software to be able to kind of work through the data and do exactly what you do if you're working in industry.
Awesome, man. Well, I reckon now it's time for the edge. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, so what characteristics does someone need to be a geophysicist?
Strong maths, strong physics, want to explore.
And from school to today where you are, what does someone need to do that?
When you're in school, you'd be studying very hard at calculus and G&T and various maths disciplines, physics of course. At Curtin, you'd go into a Bachelor of Science discipline and then you'd come and see the people at the Exploration Geophysics department and basically select your units and build a geophysics degree.
And lastly, if you could end up where you are today but do one thing differently, what would that be?
Probably spend more time with friends and more time in the field looking at rocks.
Well, thanks so much for talking to us today, man. You know what, you got me interested in rocks. Should we go check out some?
Sounds wonderful.
Oh, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So much information in a rock. If you like rocks and exploring our planet, then maybe check out the geophysics course at Curtin Uni. Let's go scan this, eh?
If you're in high school in WA right now between Year 10 and Year 12 and you'd like to get a bit of a leg up on your study plans, then Student Box is the online community for you. You'll get some great help from Student Box members who are high school students just like you. Plus, you'll get access to a range of awesome resources like past WACE exams, cheat sheets, study tips to help you de-stress, and forums so you can talk to other people doing just what you are. To join Student Box and get some help finishing high school and into uni, jump onto studentbox.com.au.
Take a look at what you're wearing. Whether it's your school uniform, casual everyday wear, formal wear or pyjamas, someone designed and made that so you wouldn't have to do it yourself. But if designing and making clothes sounds like your thing, being a fashion designer could be the career for you, and today I'm going to find out all about it. Fashion designers create original designs for clothing, shoes and accessories, and also adapt fashions to suit local conditions and trends. They draw designs and patterns, as well as measure, cut and sew materials together to create their innovative ideas. And today I'm catching up with Steph Ordino, who actually owns her own label.
Hi Rebecca, how are you?
Yeah, good. I've got some questions on what it's like to be a fashion designer.
Yeah, of course, come through.
Did Did you make all these clothes yourself?
Yeah, I did. I make all my samples myself, and then going into production, I outsource to my factory overseas.
And what made you decide to get into fashion design?
I started making my own clothes when I was about 16, and since then everyone's been asking me, where'd you get that from? And it started from draping pieces and pinning and sewing, so it wasn't very technical back then, but yeah, that's where it all started.
Walk me through a typical day. What do you get up to?
I do a lot of paperwork in the morning, like follow up on emails, social media, a lot of marketing. Then I also have appointments with made-to-measure clients, so they come in for their ball gown or bridesmaids dresses, so it's very exciting for them as well. It's so cool to see someone actually love what I'm designing, and also to see a sketch turn into a reality is really cool.
If you could give someone some advice or information that was interested in entering the fashion industry, what would it be?
I would tell them to do a lot of work experience, because you meet so many fantastic people in the industry, from photographers to stylists, and you learn so much backstage as well. So I would definitely get a lot of work experience in.
Apart from owning your own business, what other opportunities are there available in the fashion industry?
You can become a stylist, visual merchandiser, you can do fashion marketing and social media. Yeah, there's a wide range of things that you can get into. It's not just being the designer.
From school to now, what steps would someone take to get into fashion design?
The steps that I took to enter the fashion industry was graduating year 12, I finished my TE and actually went down a different career path at uni. Finished that after a year, and then my parents saw how passionate I was about the fashion. So I went and studied for 2 years at TAFE, finished my diploma, and then started my own business.
What characteristics do you think somebody needs to be successful in fashion design?
I think you need to have a very business-orientated mind, very creative and very outgoing as well, and willing to meet new people all the time.
And if you could do one thing differently but still end up where you are today, what would it be?
I wouldn't change anything, only because the year that I spent at uni, it didn't help me study-wise, but the experience that I learnt working for a company, and it really gave me a business sense into my own business now.
Well, Steph, thanks so much for having a chat with me today. I think I may have to try a couple more of your clothes on. Is that all right?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, weren't you just having a grand time?
See, I told you it was really exciting, trying on dresses, having a chat. You know, Steph Ordino's really doing a lot for the WA fashion industry across the globe, so it's pretty exciting stuff.
I mean, I would have worn the heck out of that red dress, but, you know, I wasn't there, so...
You know, yeah, I guess it could have brought out your cheeks a little bit. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what, hot tip, though.
What?
Next week on the show, you know how uni is really hard financially?
Yep, totally get that.
Well, Scott Park's B1 Homes are helping us out. Huge competition, can't say anything more than that. So make sure you tune in next week. Up next, though, how's he driving?
I reckon I'm a pretty safe driver, yeah.
Seen your car, I know you're lying to me. We're chatting to the big boss down at RAC to find out what they're doing to help make our roads safer. That's after the break on I Wanna Be.